Okay, guys, this is going to be the lesson for 2.6, which is parallel and perpendicular lines. You've got this page in your packet, so if you could take it out and follow along. Parallel lines have the same slope. So if you had, let's say, y equals 3x plus 2 and y equals 3x minus 5, this has a slope of 3, this also has a slope of 3, those two lines are parallel. Perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. So if this one was 2/3 x plus 2 and this was negative 3/2 x minus 5, 2/3 and negative 3/2 are negative reciprocals. So all that means is as a fraction, you flip it over, right? The denominator becomes the numerator becomes the denominator. One of them is positive and one of them is negative. If you had something like this, the negative reciprocal slope would be like this. Okay, so just kind of a reminder, even though the slope here is a 2, that's really 2 over 1. Right, which means you can flip it over and still make it into a fraction and make it negative. All right, so then as we move down here to example 1, where it says write the equation of the line parallel to y equals 3x through to 1, our slope is 3, and we want parallel, so I'm going to actually use the 3. And then this is the point. So if I have a slope and a point, I'm going to use point-slope form. Y minus 1 is equal to 3 times x minus 2. Simplifying this, I get y minus 1 equals 3x minus 6. And simplifying it even more, I get y equals 3x minus 5. So over here on this graph, my y-intercept is going to be here at negative 5. My slope is 3, up 3 and over 1, up 3 and over 1, up 3 and over 1. And you can see that it comes out to be parallel. All right, and as I scoot this up, and now they want us to do perpendicular, the only thing that's really changing is my slope that this slope is 3. But the perpendicular slope that I want to use is going to be negative 1/3. So I'm going to do the same thing. Y minus y is equal to m times x minus x. I am going to distribute. Y minus 1 is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 2/3. If I want to move this plus 1 to the other side, that means I'm adding 3/3. Okay, now this one's a little harder to graph, right? I don't want to even attempt to graph the 5/3. So I'm just going to go through the point that they told me, and I'm going to use this slope, which is up 1 and over 3, up 1 and over 3. And you can see when I draw that line, it ends up being perpendicular to the original one. Okay, so let's move to example 3. Let's get this up. All right, so here we go. Parallel means I'm going to use the exact same slope. And here's the point that I'm going to use. So I'm going to have y minus y equal to m times x minus x. And this one doesn't tell me which form to put it in, actually. It just says write the equation. So I'm going to leave this thing in point-slope form, instead of changing it to slope, right? I don't need to graph it. I don't need it in slope-intercept form. So then this one, when it says write the equation perpendicular, if this was my original slope, then my perpendicular slope is the negative reciprocal, right? And this is my point. So y minus y equals m times x minus x. And I am going to just clean that up a little. Negative 3x plus 18. And there it is in point-slope form. And then scooting it up, a couple more examples. Okay, so this one wants a line parallel, but I can't tell what the slope is until I manipulate this a little bit. Once I get y by itself, I can tell that my slope is -2, and this is my point. So y is going to equal y plus m times x minus x, and I just want to clean that up a little. So let's see, it's going to be -2 times x plus 3. And if I distribute, y equals 5 minus 2x minus 6. And if I combine some like terms, -2x minus 1. All right, and then since I'm on the last example, this equation is the same as this one that was up above, and the slope up above was -2, which means that this perpendicular slope is going to be 1/2, right? The opposite reciprocal. So since this one was negative, this one has to be positive. And the point is -3/5. So here we go. Y minus y is equal to m times x minus x. And I'm just going to clean that up a little bit and make it x plus 3. All right, hope that made sense. I will absolutely see you guys on Tuesday. You can always email me questions if you got them. Be safe this weekend.